This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, go, 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 go. Everybody, go, get the first down. Go, 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 go. Everybody, go, go, go.
Good evening and welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are live here at Brew Coffee, Tea, and Espresso. This is the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed. I'm Coach Tovar. That is Coach Jeremy Reed, the head coach for the Altus Bulldogs. And Coach, man, let's just get right into it. I'm going to say it. What a game Friday night. Offensively, what a way for some of our seniors to go out, putting up a massive fight, definitely, making a statement, scoring the most points versus Guthrie, who, we talked about the week before, a really good team, solid team, and airing it out. Brody Rogers, I think I had him 12 for 15, 305 yards or something around there, 3 touchdowns. Jamel Alexander breaking records, had 2 touchdown scores himself. And just I loved how you distributed the ball all over the place. The general, Garrett Gribble also had some really, really great plays. Reminiscent of back in the day with that tight end streak right down the field for a touchdown. And just a back and forth game, offensively, and obviously didn't come up with the win, but I can tell you that, there were probably people thinking out there, well, Altus going to face Guthrie. Are they to that point to where they're going to be able to compete with Guthrie, because we'd seen Guthrie put a lot of points on a lot of people. But I got to say, Coach, you guys came out and punched them in the mouth.
Yeah, obviously very proud of our kids. The offense definitely played well. Man, it's just been great. I sit here every week and probably sound like a broken record, but golly, it's just been that kind of year. And I more than anybody wish I could change a few things to make some outcomes a little different. But we had a plan. Every week we think we have a good plan. Sometimes they come out and look like we're geniuses and the plan was good, and then you have weeks like Noble that look like an idiot. So And going into that week, I thought it was the best offensive plan we had all year, by the way. I was wrong on that one. But, that's the way high school sports go.
It is, yeah.
But, no, Guthrie is definitely a good football team. You're going to see that over the next few weeks. They got a tough one this week with Carl Albert. But always play extremely good defense. If you go back and want to research that, their defense is always one of the very best in Class 5A year in and year out. And our kids just went out and we played what I would call just sound execution type football. We had a plan to, obviously run the football. We always want to pride ourselves on that, but we also wanted to take some high percentage throws. Yeah. And couldn't be more proud of Brody for having, probably his best game of his career and distributing the ball very accurately and doing things that, we've been trying to accomplish all year, and it just kind of all come together. But really want to highlight our offensive line. I think there's 1 sack, but it was on a scramble that will be accredited in the stat column as a sack. But the rest of the night, no sacks. Yeah, and I actually think we ended up throwing it 25 times is what I had. Excuse me. So to throw it that many times and not, take a legitimate sack, what a great accomplishment for those guys up front who have really carried us all year. We've obviously got some skilled kids that get a lot of notoriety and get a lot of praise. And, that's just kind of comes with the game, right?
Yeah.
You play skill position, you're going to get that. But, man, the guys that have truly carried us all year, in my opinion, are those 5 guys up front,
Yeah,
that have just –
they've done great.
and, you got to include in that the 2 tight ends, and so, our guys up front, Christian Wybera, Daniel Becerra, Mason Laney-Hines, A.J. Hughes, Peyton Reed, Kelby Bates, Garrett Gribble, and then Tyler Davenport. Those last 3 of the tight ends. Man, you got to give a lot of credit to those guys for giving the opportunities that we've had all year running and passing. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun to call the game. I'll be honest. I was probably calling it a little more aggressive than what the fans used.
I loved it.
Yeah, well, we use some analytics. That people don't necessarily probably know about. I've been doing it since 2019. That without getting in the weeds of all that, but honestly, every time we went for it, analytics said to. Based on it's based on a lot of things: opponent, kickers, kick returners, wind. There's a lot of elements that go into it, and every time I've got a guy in my ear, one of our coaches that tells me what's going on a drive, and every one of those was a go. And so we had enough things in line play-wise to give ourselves what we thought was a good play each and every time. And I don't know, I should know, but we succeeded on a few of the fourth downs, continued some drives.
Let's see here. In that first drive, you were 1 for 2. Yeah, 1 for 2. And I want to say for the total of the night, what did I have, Griffin? I think we were 3 for 5 maybe. Like, I mean, we went it was a high percentage. Like, it wasn't I was like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Like, I mean, a fourth down, and I mean like you said, analytics is so much. It's so much a big part of football right now, and honestly, it's been a part for a long time. But now you're starting to hear commentators talk about it and how basically it's that's what coaches are hearing, that's what coaches are looking at. Like, I mean, it's all a numbers game, and I mean, you guys did great. Like, I was super impressed. I mean, you opened up, we drove the ball, did well in that first series, didn't score like we did, like we wanted to.
First 2 series hurt us.
They did.
Not scoring.
Yeah, but, I mean, you were moving the ball methodically. You were eating up clock.
Yeah.
You were, Coach, I think we were pretty much even, and you're right, it was 13 for 25. What did I say, 12, 13?
Yeah.
I was wrong. 13 for 25, 305. Come on, you're supposed to be writing this down, Griffin. 13 for 25. But still, 25 times, I know that you and I were texting earlier in the week. When's the last time you've seen, a quarterback in Altus throw it 25 times? Yeah. It's been a while.
And he scrambled several, so there may have been more like 30 to 35 passes called. And we did. I'll be honest. We did not go into the game going, "Hey, we're going to throw it 30 times." We did not have that plan. It's just the game was rolling and different things were happening. And I will go back to the analytics real quick. Number one, it does not tell you what play to call.
Yeah,
I've been accused of that. Like, I was getting my plays like. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of funny.
No, I know. I know.
Like, when I've mentioned that, it wasn't in Altus. It was at a prior place, and they're like, "Coach Reed has." Getting his plays from analytics, they're telling him what to call.
That makes no sense.
Well, it does, but
it's not.
It tells you some decision making things. Is what analytics is.
That's
if you watch on Saturdays, and the company that we partner with and have partnered with since 18 or 19, I can't remember. They do all the major college people, and so it's really cool. I will say the 2-point conversion had somebody in a positive way. It wasn't negative. Asked me about why did you go for 2? That's actually what the analytics said to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. Let me just go on the record of saying that we were down. What was it? 15.
15. Yeah.
And it said to go for 2, and I actually in the headphone go, "Are you sure?" I always trust my guy. Like, I'm not, but it does not make sense. But I do notice this. Because I watch some football on weekends. That is happening, too, in their games. And I'll be honest, I don't understand it. Because you kick a PAT and it keeps you within 14. The only thing I can figure out is the time of the game, because that also matters in the analytics. Yeah. That was in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
There was limited time.
Yep.
We were the underdog. That also goes into it. Maybe it was an aggressive mode to, hey, if you keep scoring, you're going to go for the win, not for the tie. I don't know.
Well, and that's the one thing, because watching college football and hearing, some of these, Kirk Herbstreit and all these guys that really talk about the analytic portion of it. That was one thing that stood out to me, was that, okay, I'm thinking, because that's one thing they harp on, was the time on the clock here. You got to go for the 2 here, and I was like that. Okay, Coach Reed. All right, you've been watching. You've been listening to Kirk Herbstreit over there. I was like, okay, here we go. And I like the play draw too. It's.
We've been working on that for probably 8 or 10 weeks. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
But
we've been working it.
Yeah.
We got others.
Yeah.
We got others. In the library of things. Our kids love that stuff as far as some of that kind of stuff. Well, but the analytics it really is the way football has trended.
Yeah.
I just like it because I was a guy that, I am a guy, I don't ever want to lose a game because of my gut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, there's still some people that believe you got to go on your gut, and that's fine. I want to try to go on the side of what people smarter than me in the analytic world at least give me the opportunity. And there's been some times that I'm like, nah, we're not doing that. But there's some situations happening in games that it'll be, if it gets to 4th and 14, you're supposed to go for it.
Yeah.
Now, this is field position wise. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting way
but that's where the game is going, and that's why I laugh where that guy was like saying that calls his plays based off of analytics. Like, it's a helpful tool, but you still have to make the decision. Like, it still falls on the play caller. Okay.
Well, that's where it's helpful though.
Yeah.
So like for me, I'm hearing in my ear on first down what the go is on a 4th down. So. You mentioned, or I mentioned I was a little more aggressive Friday night. Well, a lot of those was I knew that if we got within a certain amount of yards, the book said to go for it. And so that can change. You're playing, a lot of times you're calling down 3 downs to get a first down, knowing that you're going to punt on 4th. Well, I was calling most of the game Friday night knowing I was playing with 4 downs.
Yeah.
So you can run on different downs. You can throw on different downs than maybe what your tendencies show.
Yeah.
And now you're getting off script of what you've been scouted on. So now I'm getting really nerdy to anybody that's listening to this. But to me, that's where, you have fun and you try to gain a little advantage for your kids of, hey, this has shown that we're 75% run on 2nd and medium. I'm about to throw it.
Exactly.
Or I'm about to play action it or whatever. So anyway, way off subject. I don't know how we got off subject like that. I'll go back to saying could not be more proud of the offensive unit Friday night to go out and face a great opponent.
Yeah.
Was by far the best defense we played all year. I don't think it's comparable.
One of the biggest too. So.
And for them to come out and scratch and fight and claw again, we get down 14-0. That's the 3rd time this year that our kids have got down 14-0 and said, you know what, I'm not going to quit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back in this thing. And, it was a lot of fun to get it right there back, first play of the 4th quarter, and I know they were deep in our territory, but it's 42-35, or 35-28. 35-28.
Yeah.
7-point game in the Rock.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's what I just kept saying is like, man, let's go. Let's get a turnover. Let's get a stop. Let's keep scoring. Let's see what happens if we can get this in the final moments. And obviously we didn't get there, but you're right. I don't think anybody expected us to play with a team of Guthrie's caliber, but that's what we want. We want our kids to start understanding that we can belong on the field with these opponents that are, blue bloods of 5A football.
Oh, yeah.
Because in case nobody has got out from under the rock, no pun intended, Altus has been a blue blood.
Yeah,
you can't look at the success that the Bulldogs have had through history and not go, you deserve to be in the talks with some of the best. By the way, do you know the last school on the west side of the state to win a state championship that's not called Carl Albert?
Altus.
And sometimes we sit around and I think we wonder about how things are so bad instead of remembering we are one of those great programs in Oklahoma in 5A football.
We are.
And we've got to get back to thinking like that. We got to get back to practicing like that. We got to get back to preparing like that. And, that's my message to our kids this week. And anyway, I'm just very passionate about belief matters. And you got to believe in yourself and you got to believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, man, Altus football been a great thing for history.
Yeah.
And don't forget that.
It has. And
don't be surprised when we're in big games.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, just the caliber of athletes that have come through Altus. The number of athletes that have gone on to play D1, that have gone on to play in the NFL. Like, I mean, this. You know, I've always prouded, being a Bulldog alumni for that simple fact of, yes, we are a blue blood, and not just in football. Like, I mean, there's, track and field,
swimming,
swimming,
like the blue of the blue.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the GOAT out there where their swimming season kicks off this Saturday. So, I had a chance to talk to Coach Wigg a little bit too. So, I mean, she's super excited. They got some, they've got a good squad on the boys and girls side too. But nonetheless, but for us, for football, Coach, I was proud of the boys. And
defensively, I'll just make a few comments about that. We were down a couple guys up front, next man up mentality for sure, but it definitely impacted. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
I did.
And then we had good effort. Mm-hmm. We did not play well in the back end. We just didn't. And I'm not talking about throwing and catching, run fits.
Yeah.
Defending the pass at times. And there was no lack of effort, though.
Yeah,
never this year, in my opinion, have you been able to look and go, man, that group of kids, whether it's, a certain position, that's just bad effort. Like, we're not seeing that.
No,
that's not the case. So
yeah.
You can play bad and it not be effort bad.
Yeah.
Like, nobody intended to not do the right thing. Like, we don't have that issue out there. Our kids try really hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just don't succeed at what they're supposed to do, or maybe fail at what they're supposed to do, and they just don't execute the the tackle or making the interception or the block or whatever. We've played better defensively, and that's what our staff talked about Sunday as we get together every Sunday. Kind of one of my things that I brought up to the staff is help answer this for me. Why can we not play really good on offense and really good on defense on the same night? Like, that's maddening to me as the head coach of, like, what are we missing here?
Yeah.
Because here's the other thing that it's mostly the same kids.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
We're not like I was back in college or UConn running 11 offensive starters out there and 11 defensive starters. Like, a lot of our kids are both sides.
Yep.
And so, we can retrace some of these games, and you'll see we played really good on one side and, not as good on the other.
Yeah.
Poor. Well, dadgum, why is that? And so, like, that for me as the head coach is like, I want to know that. I want to figure that out. I want to not let that happen again, because if we can ever play good, it would be really entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah, well, Coach, it's been entertaining to watch this. We talked about it last week. Like, this is a squad. You can look at the record and be like, well, you guys only won 3 games. Well, I don't care. I've been through the deepest of the valley with this team. Where we couldn't put a point on the board, and we've been averaging. What's been our average?
I don't know.
30-ish. 30-ish, yeah. And how I can't remember the last time we averaged 30. We got to go back 16, 17, maybe 8. Somewhere around there. And so. That for me, that's exciting. I'm like you, Coach. I love to win, but I'm seeing such a great progression with this group of boys. And, you talked about those, you talked about the offensive line. Well, some of your offensive linemen were playing both ways, and they were balling out, man.
Yeah.
Daniel Sarah, made some plays on the defensive line. AJ Hughes, Peyton Reed was out there. You got to give it up to those guys because they were playing. They had to have played a ton of snaps Friday night.
Yeah, they did, and it's hard. But we pride ourselves on doing the hard things, or at least that's where we want to try to get to. Is embrace the hard. Be the last of the hard. Meaning, there's not a lot of people in life anymore willing to go through hard time after time after time.
That's it, yeah.
Are you willing to do that? And if you are, you're going to be a very successful human being when you get out of this program. And we want to build more people that will embrace doing the hard day after day after day after day. And we've got some of those. We got a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
We just got to get more of the mass of understanding what that feels like, and, that it is beneficial for you long term, not just in a football sense.
Yeah. And there's just, I always go back to that, to how a diamond is made, just the pressure, the amount of pressure that's put on, on a diamond for it to be, for it to become that end product. And we've seen a ton of pressure, especially on that group of seniors. Like, I couldn't be more prouder than a group of boys, Coach, than these guys who could have gave up, like you said, who could have, just been like, you know what, I'm gonna go on to my other sport or whatever and worry and focus on that, but they didn't. The core group of that senior, a senior class is stuck together through the thick and thin. And this is tough because you're right, Coach. We're just a few points away from, our record being something completely different.
Yep.
As you and I were talking, our next opponent is going to be Lawton High. We're playing them this Friday. We're traveling to Cameron to go play a Lawton High team who, when everybody looks at the record, when everybody goes back and looks, these guys are 4-1 in district. No one expected this from them, but you and I both know we're like, that could most definitely be us, And for this here, Coach, I don't know how you are, or I don't know what your message to the boys have been, but for me, it would be like, listen, we're not done making a statement yet. We can't just base, our season on how well we did versus Guthrie. Let's go out here.
Yeah.
And let's continue to show our fans and, our faithful followers and those that believe in the Bulldogs, that believe in us, that wasn't no fluke. We're going to fight until the very end. And we got, this is a gauntlet. These last 3 weeks of the season are a gauntlet.
Yep.
And then we end with perhaps, the best team in the Big 12 right now, Carl Albert. So,
yep.
What is your message to the boys, Coach? How do you and I know that you're a numbers guy. What as a head coach, what are you telling these boys to keep them to make sure that we're maintaining that fire, that grit? Like, what is it? What's the message?
I have another part of my job that I go around doing some stuff with 3D, and I had a session this week of a group of people in the second year, and in the second year 3D stuff, each month a different teacher or coach in that group is leading the session. You get to pick what you want, based in our 3D realm. And so I did this week at this building just to give them an idea of, an example. And I took a commercial, an old Gatorade commercial that was a minute and 15, 16 seconds long, and it was about Messi, and so a soccer player. But the theme was "Don't go down."
Yeah,
don't go down. And it was a beautiful message for where we're at right now.
Yeah,
because everything that in your mind tells you with the slim chance of getting a playoff hope, which everybody starts the season wanting to do, that is just lay down.
Yeah,
just quit.
Exactly.
Just check out. It's okay. Don't get injured. Don't do anything to get you injured. You got to go to your next sport. And so we watched that commercial Monday and just talked about what phrase sticks out in there. Of the don't go down. And the last part is you got a chance if you just stay up. That's been our whole. Without that being the exact words, that's what we've been trying to instill in these guys this whole time is. When life trips you and kicks you and tells you to go down, don't go down.
Exactly.
When you don't have a great game and you lose by 2 points, don't go down.
Yeah.
You got an opportunity if you're willing to just stay up. But isn't that the hardest thing for all of us? Whether it's at our personal life or our job or we're talking about a football team here, man, life kicks us.
Yeah.
Life wants to trip us and make us hit face first. And the easy thing to do, because it's what the human nature is just give up. Sit down, give up. It's okay. So my message this week is, man, don't go down. Whatever you do. It says in there, when your lungs are heavy and your legs are tired, don't go down. And it's not for us to win a football game. It's to learn a lesson that if we put our worth in winning, we will always be defeated. We will always fall less than. We will always be disappointed. But if we can put our worth in the people that we're doing life with, we're doing this team thing with this year of the 2024 Bulldogs, can we finish this thing without going down? Can we stand up? Can we hold our heads at the end and go, we were truly Bulldogs. We were the most tenacious group to come through here in a long time. We had the tenacity of a true Bulldog that never lets down. That's all I want to see. Winning and losing is going to shake itself out, but I want these kids to not go down. And that's been my whole message this week. They got it today in a little different version at the end of practice because we went down today.
Yeah.
You know, like we did not have a great day.
Yeah.
And it's my job to remind them of that.
Oh, yeah.
And accountability is a big focus for me of in a loving, caring way. I'm gonna tell you when you're not being accountable to yourself and your teammates, and you tell me too when I'm not.
Yeah.
But we're going to be accountable because you know what? We're wearing something on our chest that says Altus Bulldogs. And we're accountable to every single person that has ever wore that prior to us and the ones that are going to wear it when we're all gone.
Yeah.
And to me, that carries a lot of pride in this town. And I can't say that that's always been the case everywhere I've coached, but I know it carries great pride here. And it's my job to make sure they know that we don't lay down. We're not going down. No matter who goes on the field Friday night, whether it's a freshman or a senior, we're standing up. And we're not going to finish this thing without being standing tall.
Yeah, and that's a great message because, Coach, you said it. I mean, we live in a culture now that it's the norm. It's okay. It's encouraged to, well, hey, listen, you're not going to get you're not going to reach your end goal. So why continue to work so hard? You know, one thing that comes to mind is and you'll never hear me say anything else good about Oklahoma State, but I went to school at OU. But one thing, Ollie Gordon. So Ollie Gordon was expected to come out and have this great season this year, right?
Yeah, tough year.
Yeah, tough year.
Yep.
And even announcers that are calling his game, they're saying, "What? Ollie Gordon just needs to go ahead and focus, opt out, focus on the NFL." And he comes out and he says, "I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on my team. I'm not giving up on the season. I committed to something. This is what I am going to carry out and see through." And you know, as a coach, as a football fan, like that, I was like, wow, that right there is going to not only be effective for him and his future, because you and I both know that he's going to have a career in the NFL, and anybody in that front office is going to go, do we want to go with somebody that quit, or do we want to go with somebody that continue to fight?
Yep.
And so he's going to win in that aspect, but he's also winning because he's a player that kiddos look up to.
Yeah.
And you know, I was like, I heard that this week, Coach, and I was like, wow, like that's kudos to that young man.
Yep.
Because we need more of that. And so, Coach, I'm so glad to hear to hear that you and your coaching staff are, that's the message. That's what you're trying to instill in these boys. And, because it's not over yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to Cameron University this Friday night to take on Lawton High. Man, I can't even remember. Is this our first meeting with them, or have we faced them?
I think when I was here in 14, I think y'all played them the year before I got here in 13.
That's
I remember
right. Yeah. It was preseason.
And maybe you guys played them when. Did you guys? I think maybe play them when Matt Terry was a head coach.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So I guess it has been.
So maybe that 17, 18-ish range.
It's been a few years.
Yeah.
And because they at one point they were, they've jumped classes multiple times. We're 6A, just got knocked back down to 5A, and so Coach, this is a program where I know that you and I talked in the beginning. Like Western Heights, we were wondering if they were going to. I mean, they didn't make that hire till late in the late in the preseason, and so I'm not preseason, but school season, spring, and got a great hire and Coach with Lorenzo. Is that correct? Yeah,
Lorenzo Williams.
Yeah, and so
he was a head coach at Westmore when I was at UConn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, we know each other
Westmore.
really well.
And so, but I know that there for a minute they didn't have the numbers, but just talking to you just now, that on the roster they're carrying 91.
91, yeah.
91, which that's great for a lot.
Yeah.
They're for a lot high, but
they've struggled with numbers, and the thing I know about Coach Zoe, he's a very, very, very good relationship guy. It's no shock to me that he went and got some of the best kids out of the gym.
Yeah.
And then the numbers have increased so much. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Like he's a good football coach, but he is a way better relationship
Yeah.
guy with kids. And I just watched that from afar when I was at UConn and he was
Yeah.
at Westmore. We'd ride to some meetings together, and just a phenomenal human
Yeah.
being.
Yeah, I was super impressed with him as I talking to our Lawton High guys that, because Lawton High's a sister channel here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and they just raved about him. And so I went and did some research on him. I was like, oh, this guy looks legit. Like he's for real. It's a good hire for Lawton High. Again, they've got 4 wins in district, Coach. They've beat El Reno, and then of course John Marshall, Western Heights, and then Noble. And I know that you and I talked about anybody that watched that game. That was pretty much gifted to them. Due to some mistakes. Like game of football. That's the way it happens.
Where we've lost games that are close.
Yeah.
They've won some close ones.
Yeah.
And score doesn't necessarily look, unless you were looking at film like we get to, but, the El Reno game was 27-20 there, really far deep into the game.
Yeah.
And then if you watch the Noble game, they were actually behind deep into the game, and then they get a pick six, and the very next series they get a scoop and score, which makes the points look like, well, that wasn't even a good game.
Yeah.
It was actually quite opposite. They were getting ready to get beat.
Yeah.
And they found a way to make those 2 defensive scores. And so, congratulations to them for, in year 1 of Coach Zoe being there, winning the tough games.
Yeah.
Really that's the separating factor between the Bulldogs and the Wolverines. They've won 2 really close ones against those 2 opponents. We lost 2 really close ones to those 2 opponents, and that's your difference.
5 points for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 points. And
appreciate that extra dagger in the heart there. Appreciate that.
I'm not saying. I was just thinking about it. I was like, I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah.
5 freaking points. Like, it's just, it's just one of those things. Like, and I know that I will talk about it going into next season. Man, that gummy, we're going to be talking about that for a while. But, regardless, got to come in and we got to make a statement, Coach. And I know that you guys are going to have a great game plan in place. Lawton, your typical Lawton schools. They're going to find the athletes. They're going to have athletes.
They're difficult to prepare for. Defensively, they just move around a whole bunch. Really play a different structure each week.
Yep.
And I'm not exaggerating. It literally looks different every week. And so, they must be doing a good job teaching their system, because they can be in an odd or an even and a different odd and even structure literally throughout their schedule. And, here lately they've done a good job of stopping people. Obviously, they played Carl Albert last week, and so that's a tough challenge. But going into late in the second quarter with a minute and something left, it was actually 14-6.
Yeah.
They were down, and the halftime score ended up being more than that due to a couple misfortunate things. But anyway, defensively, they do a lot of stuff. They're moving those guys around, bring pressure. Going to play man coverage, back there for the most part. Played a little zone earlier in the year, but challenging. And then offensively, they got 3 really, really good skill kids.
Yeah.
The quarterback was a receiver last year. Now, I think he might have played a little quarterback last year. But anyway, he's a good-looking kid, over 200 pounds, can run really well. He's got a strong arm. You can tell, he's probably not a guy that you're going to drop back and throw it 25 times, but he definitely does a great job of throwing it to another weapon, which is number 2, very talented basketball player over at Lawton High, and he goes up and catches a lot of balls that looks like he's rebounding, and they're definitely utilizing his skills, and he's had some kickoff returns and different things. And then, the guy that they're all impressive, but, man, really impressed by their running back, wears jersey number 0, and, man, he runs extremely hard. I think he's listed like at 5'10", 175, but you fooled me, because he runs like he's 225. Just reminds us a lot of maybe the running back from Elk City, as far as just the physicality he runs with. And
downhill.
Oh, yeah, and he's really good in the screen game. They've thrown multiple touchdowns off slow screens. They'll try to get him out of the backfield and run him up the seam, just get the ball to him as many times as possible. And so those 3 cats are very, very they'll get your attention, and they've got some support cast, but those are the main 3. And they've got a great kicker. Kicker does a phenomenal job of, if he wants to, he'll put in the end zone. We'll start at the 20 all night.
Yeah.
He can place it really well. He's a good punter. They had a little issue with punt snap last week, but, It should be fun. You know, the temperature's definitely going to be down from what it's been.
Yeah, 68 to kickoff, I believe.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, and maybe raining, 20% chance of rain.
Oh, Lord, I don't want that.
Yeah, well,
everybody says that's football weather. I don't believe that.
You don't like sitting out. It sucks being out there in the rain when it's cold.
I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, honest. Well, if it were Altus, we wouldn't have nothing to worry about because you know how every storm system
goes right around us. Yeah.
But there in Lawton, hopefully we don't see. I just know, and it's subject to change because I only know that because we're getting our episode ready for BCTV and we were looking at weather and I was like, I was gonna be 68 at kickoff. 20% chance of rain. So it may change.
Sum up a lot, and they're also just playing with a lot of confidence. You know, getting 4 wins. Coming down to 5A, knowing that they are locked into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Technically, the game for them does not matter versus us. They could win, lose, draw. It don't matter.
Yeah.
They're playing Guthrie next week, and the winner is second, and the loser's third. Yeah. Unless something crazy happens with the Guthrie-Carl Albert game.
Yeah, which, I mean, based off of last year, I mean, it very much could.
That's a big game.
Yeah,
and that's a tradition-rich game, that one.
Very tradition-rich game, and Carl Albert closing out the season, last 2 games at home, right? Because Guthrie's playing at Carl Albert, correct, this weekend?
No, Carl Albert's at Guthrie.
Oh, okay. Was it?
Yeah, Guthrie closed out their last 2 at home.
Okay, all right. Did they play last year at
because of this redistricting,
yeah, that's right.
That's
okay. I was like, man, I thought they were okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well then there you go. So, then last year at Guthrie, it was a good one versus them.
They had to come back late to beat Guthrie.
Yeah, and but again, that was a stacked Carl Albert team. Man,
this one's better on defense.
Oh yeah, so many D1 commits. I think they've got 5. Yeah. To OU or 3 of them to OU or
a little bit everywhere.
Yeah. Whew, man. Yeah. This is a. You talked about it last week. Plug and play for like Guthrie. Oh my God! Like they're plugging and playing. Like you lose some great guys. Guess what? Look at who we have now. And it's just like man. And just based off of what I've seen, just going back watching film on OSN, it's probably been one of the best Carl Albert teams I've seen in a long time, and I mean again they've always got great teams, but gonna be a huge fist match this Friday night in Guthrie.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna shy. I'm rooting for Guthrie.
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean why not, right?
Why not? There's a lot of good games in our district. You got the Noble El Reno game that is a kind of winner in, loser out of the playoff situation. Western Heights and John Marshall play. That's big for those two. And then us and Lawton.
Yeah.
So as far as our district, really all the matchups are kind of cool matchups for this week. And, I told our kids, like, treat this week like a playoff week.
Oh, yeah.
And here's what that means. And, obviously I said a lot of things regarding Lawton. Like our staff, absolutely, the instructions from me were leave no stone unturned. Do not walk away this week without knowing every single thing possible to give our kids the best chance. And so our staff did that. That process started last Saturday, and they've done a great job of discovering multiple things that we think our kids get a competitive advantage from.
Yeah.
And we're going to we're going to really, really, really hope that we go out and play well and give our kids the opportunity to walk away, with a great win. Yeah.
Well, and Coach, we just want to end the season strong, especially for these seniors, this group of seniors, special group of seniors, and then obviously once that season's over, then it's right back to the drawing board. And I know that you and I have talked. There's a few things that we need to find ASAP. You got 3 offensive linemen coming back, lots of skill players, but there's some key.
1 offensive lineman.
Or one, just one?
Yeah, 4 seniors.
4 seniors. Oh, you're Wybear is Christian's a senior?
Yeah.
I thought he was a junior.
If you can get him to be a junior, we'll take it.
On it. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Oh, I guess he is a senior, isn't he? Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah. I thought he was a junior. I don't know why I was thinking. I was excited. I was thinking about that earlier today. We got Wybear coming back. Like,
4 of the 5-0 linemen and all 3 tight ends.
Yes, that's key. Yeah, right there, all 3 tight ends. But I've seen you do crazier things, Coach. I've seen you pull some rabbits out of the hat that I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. Coach Reed.
That's a future problem, as I like to say.
I know,
not a now problem. It's a future problem.
It's not, and I know that we want to finish strong for these boys, and it starts Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe in these boys. Based off of Coach, listen, you've done spoiled us. You've done spoiled Griffin and I. Based off of your play calling, we're excited. I mean, you're throwing it 25 times. Now you got to throw it 35 times. Let's go. We were
whatever it takes to win.
We were like, what's going on here, man? Let's go. He was at Baylor. Watching, and he was like, woohoo. I was getting tons of woohoos on the Thrillshare app. He was just in rooms just excited about what we were seeing, and we were like, man, I was like, okay.
Well, early in my career, so I was the OC at Sand Springs for 2 years, and we led the state in passing.
Ooh.
That's back in my spread, tempo, let's go days. I cut my teeth on throwing the football. It's just I had
no one would ever think that based off of
nope.
With the flex and this.
No,
and
when
all
we
that
were at Sand
success
Springs, not the year one. I started calling plays in the middle of the year. It was kind of a transition thing, but year two. We would throw it 35, probably average 35 times a game, with tempo and some things like that. And then, I grew up throwing the ball though.
Yeah.
Like, as a quarterback, that's all I ever did. I can't say it's all I ever did, but my junior, senior year, we threw it 30 plus times a game, and so that was what I cut my teeth on. It's just as your career progresses and you're in different situations. I was in a situation in Dixon when I was the head coach there. It was like, I don't know what we're going to do, but it can't be this. And that's when I transitioned to the option because I just thought there's got to be a better way to give this group of kids the best chance. And it did. It was we went 6-4 that year, and it was one of the top 5 records ever in the history of that school. And then it's the next year in 14 when I came out here.
Yeah.
Well, all my coaching buddies were like, well, he'll go back running the spread.
No.
We had great personnel for running the flex bone, and we go 21-4 running the flex bone, and so, that lives all the way through the UConn and the college days, and so coming back here, I just was like, you know what? After talking and evaluating, I didn't think the flex bone fit our current group, and there's no secret, I just didn't think that was the case, and wanted to do a little something different, and last year didn't really work. That was a failure, and went to the drawing boards, as you say, and tried to figure out something this off season that was a little more fitting for our kids. And
he did, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you from experience. This started early on, late last season. I'm just like, and then having multiple talks with Coach Reed, just like, oh, okay, all right. Okay, all right, I like it, and being able to call, the same offense at the junior high, like I enjoy it. Opposite of you, all we did was run. We were a triple option team. I think I probably threw the ball 4 or 5 times a season. Like that's just how it was. But I love to run the option. And so. Being able to see that success, like you said, like I literally laughed out loud when you were like, "Tell me the last time you saw an Altus Bulldog throw for 25, 25 times in the rock." I couldn't. There's a record out there for Stepanovich, but that was at Cameron, the one where he has 440-something yards, in a single game. And I was just like, man, it's right. And it's just, Coach, you brought a smile to my face. I had to go back and think. I was like, man, you're right. But, Coach, you're doing great, man. And I know that you guys are going to have a game plan in place that is going to be successful for our boys. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's only down the street to Lawton. All right, we're 45 minutes away. If you drive the speed limit, 48 minutes away, okay? So, come on down. Support your Bulldogs at Cameron Stadium. 7 o'clock is kickoff. We will be there. The weather's going to be comfortable. The weather's going to be great. Bring a hoodie. Bring a light jacket. Bring a blanket. Man, remember when we were there in 2015 and that weather?
On a Monday night?
Yeah, on a Monday night.
I sure do.
Yeah, that was – woo, you want to talk about cold. That was a cool one there.
It was cold.
But, again – Coach, the Bulldogs have had some great games in that stadium as well. So we're looking to have another one. And, as we go on to week 9 and week 10. And so looking for a hoping to end on a positive note with the victory. And then, Coach, for me, like I told you earlier, is just get this win versus Lawton High, and then put some points on Carl Albert, because they're not going to expect it. Put some points on Kyle Albert. I mean, you can go into your next season saying that you scored on a Big 12 school, like seriously. So, no, Coach. Again, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us, and we're definitely going to be keeping you in our thoughts, you and the team, as you guys prep one more day, walk through, and then get ready for Friday night, and looking to continue that magic that happened there at the Rock Friday night. But hopefully we can get it going on offense and defense.
Yeah, we're looking for that alignment this week. Absolutely. That's been a stressing point. Yeah.
So that's what we're going to look for, getting everybody back, that's wasn't there Friday night. That's going to be that's going to be great as well too. So, Coach, good luck to you guys, and ladies and gentlemen, come out and join us 7:00, Lawton, Oklahoma, Cameron Stadium there at Cameron University. Our pregame show will go live at 6:25. Griffin's excited because you just told him that there's going to have a lot more space up in the press box, and so he may try to be on the other side of the press box calling the game, so running producer. So he was that was one of the first things he said, "Let's go." So he doesn't like being crammed in those little bitty spots that we get into sometimes, but we're excited, and come out and support these boys, cheer them on to victory. They thank you, community, thank you, Altus. You guys travel well. And you guys are always going above and beyond for these boys. So let's continue it. We got 2 more games, and let's finish strong. Let's get some great numbers out there, so that when they're on the sideline, they can feel the roar, they can feel the rumble, and they can see and feel the love as well. So again, thank you, Coach Reed. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, Griffin and I are going to travel back into time as we talk to our 3 Bulldog Athlete of the Week nominees, and then we will make that announcement on who won here live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. On behalf of myself and Coach Reed, this has been the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, live here at Brew Coffee Tea and Espresso, live on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance
Strong
family.
Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
We take pride in supporting our communities. We take pride in our deep-rooted traditions of serving Southwest Oklahoma. But mostly, we take pride in being an Altus Bulldog. You can always count on us to show up wearing our blue and white loud and proud and ready to lend a hand. Because at Cattleman's Bank, we proudly say, Go Bulldogs! Woo!
We want to keep you moving. Broken bones aren't all we take care of. The JCMH Orthopedic Clinic specializes in sports injuries and total joint replacements. We give steroid injections and do arthritis treatments. We have the best doctors and staff who care at the JCMH Orthopedic Clinic. Dr. Jeff Duncan and Dr. Greg Pickett. Physician assistants Mandy Caldwell and J.R. Ramirez. Youth and adults, for sports or for your lifestyle.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Strong Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Paris, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Paris Foods, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
We take pride in supporting our communities. We take pride in our deep-rooted traditions of serving Southwest Oklahoma. But mostly, we take pride in being an Altus Bulldog. You can always count on us to show up wearing our blue and white loud and proud and ready to lend a hand. Because at Cattleman's Bank, we proudly say, Go Bulldogs!
We want to keep you moving. Broken bones aren't all we take care of. The JCMH Orthopedic Clinic specializes in sports injuries and total joint replacements. We give steroid injections and do arthritis treatments. We have the best doctors and staff who care at the JCMH Orthopedic Clinic. Dr. Jeff Duncan and Dr. Greg Pickett. Physician assistants Mandy Caldwell and J.R. Ramirez. youth and adults, for sports, or for your lifestyle. We'll keep you moving.
Hey, welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed. Now, listen, we have been doing this for the past few weeks where Griffin and I, we travel back in time and we have a chance to meet with our Bulldog athlete nominees. First up, what are you laughing at, huh? This guy. First up is Friday the 13th himself, number 13 on the roster. Number 1 in Griffin's heart. Brody Rogers. Brody, how's it going, bud?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. So, hey, listen, you were nominated for Bulldog Athlete of the Week. Dude, 305 yards passing. What were we 12 for 15, I believe. 3 touchdowns. Balling out, dude. What did you ice the arm a little longer or Friday night? Or what's
not
up?
really, no.
How did it feel?
Definitely different.
Definitely different.
I
Definitely
didn't
different.
expect to go out there and just throw for 300 yards. I mean, it was their top 4 and 5A. Their defense is really good. So
Yeah, defense really good. We kind of flipped the script. We didn't go run heavy. We threw a lot of passes at them, a lot of short passes, and then of course, man, a couple of great passes. Brody, just down the field, 40 plus yards. One to Jamel, dropped in the bucket into the wind, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great pass. And then, of course, the other one hitting Cam on the sideline, man. So did you realize that you had broken the 300 mark during the game, or you were just balling?
I was just balling.
Yeah. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Friday night was senior night, and what a way to end your season on the field. Senior night, throwing for 300 yards, man. Is it surreal, or is it like, it's just another Friday, Coach?
It's kind of both.
All right. Well, now obviously we've got a big game coming up this Friday. Going to travel to Cameron, take on Lawton High. What are your thoughts on that game, man?
Coach Reed said yesterday it's not really a game.
Yeah.
So, God, I'm like blank right now.
It's not really a game. It is a game.
It's a game, but like
we got to play. But I kind of get where you're coming from. It still matters regardless.
Yes, it doesn't. Oh my God, I don't know.
Dictate your season.
Yeah, it doesn't dictate
There
whether
you
we go to
go.
the playoffs or not.
Yeah, well, and again, man, listen, a couple heartbreaking losses there. I mean, honestly, we are just a few points away, ladies and gentlemen, from being undefeated to having the season that we're having. Coach Reed and I had been talking earlier in the week, and it's just a season of what ifs, What if this would have happened? What if that would have happened? But what I will say, Brody, is your senior class, you and your boys that have stuck it out through thick and thin.
It's been a rough ride.
It has, but this season's been fun. It's been fun watching you guys. Dude, I mean, you guys put up the most points on Guthrie this season. They didn't expect that. And so you've definitely opened up some eyes of the opponents around the state. They know that Altus is no longer just a pushover. Altus is no longer just a team that you can come in and get an easy win. So with Friday the 13th back there calling the plays, man. So, again, man, we got a lot of what's going on in this hallway, dude. Like, y'all go to class. I'm just kidding. But, man, Brody, man, it's been a blast, bro, getting a chance to watch you play. Got a couple more games left. How about your boy Jamel, dude? You were part of history Friday night. Did you know it?
Yeah, I didn't know it until after the game, but I think it's pretty cool that I'm the dude that passes, made him break the score record.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
I'm not the main guy, but I'm a little side piece too.
Yeah, you're the one that drops it in the bucket.
Right.
He's the one that catches it. But, man, hey, listen, so congratulations to you, man, on being nominated Athlete of the Week. Again, 12 for 15, ladies and gentlemen, 3 touchdowns, had 40-something, almost 50 yards rushing as well. This is the first time, Brody, and this is now Coach to Brody talking to you. It's the first time I've seen you run hard since
It's taking a
last
little bit.
year.
Yeah.
So
my leg kind of held me back.
No, but you're good, dude. I saw you plant, cut, and go where you had to do. I saw you lower the shoulder too. Okay, I'm telling you, Brody had a great game. What a way to cap off his senior night. Last game playing at the Rock. So congratulations to you again, man. Great night. Being nominated as Bulldog Athlete of the Week. Any shout outs?
My parents and Coach Reed.
All right. So shout outs to parents and Coach Reed. And of course, a shout out to the guy holding the camera, because none of this works without him. Griffin Marshall. All right. Hey, listen, we will be right back after these messages, and we will have a chance to talk with our other 2 Bulldog Athletes of the Week. But right now, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Friday the 13th, number 13, Brody Rogers, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network and the Altus Bulldog Head Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed. We are here with athlete number 2, our Bulldog athlete nominee number 2. Had a chance to talk to Friday the 13th himself, Mr. Brody Rogers, as he was nominated for having an excellent senior night, 12 for 15, 305 yards, 3 touchdowns. But that doesn't compare to what this young lady has done. I heard she is a phenom on the course, and this is our Altus Lady Bulldog cross-country star, Miss Stephanie Ham. How you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good. Well, I'm going to need you to speak up, okay? Because, like I said, the millions of fans that are watching want to know how you do it. All I've heard is great things about you. I've had a chance to talk to a couple of seniors on that Lady Bulldog cross-country team, and they say that you never get tired. So what is it that drives you to love, well, first, running? How do you love running?
It's just my thing.
Just your thing, okay? Because I'll be honest with you, Griffin and I talk about it. We don't like to run. But we see you guys out there putting in the work, and but obviously it's paying off because you guys have qualified for state, ladies and gentlemen. The Altus Lady Bulldog cross country team going to state, but you guys have been killing it, winning multiple meets. How many meets have you guys won this year?
3.
3?
Yeah.
All right. So, and that's coming in first place. Meets have anywhere from 8 to 16 teams or more. All right. And so now let me ask you this. Qualified for state, you're going to be going to, is it Edmond, where you guys are going? Okay. So you're going to be running there for state in Edmond. How does all that work out? So do they do like individual times, or is it just as a team? How does that work out?
Well, you can, for regionals to qualify, you have all of ready places.
Mm-hmm.
They add all your places up, and the lowest number goes to state. They take top 7, and you got 5th.
Okay.
And then you can also, last year when I qualified, you qualify individual.
Mm-hmm.
So then they take the next 3 people to go to state, and when you get to state, it's just by place.
Okay.
By times.
All right. Well, how did you do last year as a freshman?
I got 14th at regionals, and then I went to state, and I got 42nd.
Out of how many people?
It was 200.
That's not bad, Griffin. Top 50 out of 200 plus people. So is this kind of like a redemption type year for you? Are you trying to get higher than 40?
20.
Top 20, okay. All right. And now, is this something that you want to do collegiately? Do you want to continue to run for the sake of it? Are you going to be like Forrest Gump and just run throughout the United States, or what's your game plan?
I really want to go to college for it.
Okay.
I really want to go to college for it.
Okay. All right. Now, do you run track as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay, but obviously you run the long distance stuff, or you're not out there sprinting. No. Okay. Now, what's your best time?
And I was at regionals 21:12.
21 for 3 miles.
Yeah, 3.1.
3.1. That's crazy, bro. Man, Griffin can't even drive that fast in 3 miles. Wow, that is awesome. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Ham, a sophomore. She's only a sophomore. She's got more years to come. The drive is there. She's excited. She's looking to place high. She's looking to be a state champion at some point. Hopefully, it's this year. Who's your biggest competition right now that you know of?
On my team, Samara.
She said on her team, Samara. All right. Well, Samara, how's what are you guys, neck and neck, or?
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, we have meets where she beats me, and then we have meets where I beat her. And
Okay.
At practice, we're always with each other.
Samara, she's calling you out. I'm just kidding. No, I don't want to create any beef, Griffin, with the team there. But hey, good luck to you ladies as you guys travel to Edmond this weekend for Oklahoma, Class 5A. Well, no, it's open class, right?
I think it's just 5A.
Is it just 5A?
Yeah.
So Class 5A cross country state meet. So I'm excited because we've heard nothing but good things about you guys, and you guys have been crushing it. So hopefully, as a team, you guys can excel, and hopefully, you as an individual can do well as also in trying to get that top 20. So reaching that goal. But ladies and gentlemen, again, Stephanie Ham, your Altus Bulldog Athlete of the Week. All right, business aside, that's all. Okay, all right. That's the boring stuff. The fun stuff, okay? Why people have tuned in, okay, all right? Okay, we've already been posting it. We've been letting people know that we are going to be talking to our Bulldog Athletes of the Week, and they saw your name. And so we've been getting tons of comments and, ooh, who is Stephanie going to pick? So you've seen this before. You've heard it. So you know what's coming already. I got 3 main questions for you, all right? So your first time on the Oklahoma Sports Network, you got to answer the questions, okay? All right. Question number 1. We know that you bleed Bulldog blue. We know that you are a Bulldog through and through. That's a rhyme right there, isn't it, okay? But who are you rooting for on the weekends, whether Saturday or Sunday? Since it's football season, who are you rooting for?
Like NFL and the Dallas Cowboys.
Griffin's just over there smiling. Look at the camera, can't even stand straight because he can't even stay straight because he's just smiling. What about on Saturdays?
Probably the Longhorns.
Oh my goodness, we're done. I think we're just done. I thought I was gonna like her, but I can't now. She's picked my mortal enemy. I'm just kidding. All right, okay, well. Boomer all day. I'm just kidding. All right. So listen, everybody has flaws, Griffin, and Miss Ham has a couple. We're gonna pray for her. Okay. All right. Number 2, your go-to meal, Miss Ham.
An Oreo Pop-Tart.
Oreo Pop-Tart. Okay. Is that the fuel that just gets you going right before a
That's
meet?
what I eat before I run.
Okay. Oreo Pop-Tart. Now, what are you listening to in the headphones? Are you guys allowed to listen to headphones? Like, what are you listening to while you're running?
Like country music.
Country music? All right. I guess country music just helps you to run. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That's what's up. All right. And then number 3. Okay. Again, this is why everybody's watching. Okay. Number 3, celebrity crush. Who you got?
John B. from the Outer Banks.
John B. from the Outer Banks. Well, I can't tell you this. John B. is a follower of the Oklahoma Sports Network. So, John B., if you're watching, Miss Stephanie Ham, look at her. She can't even have a straight face. You've got her all flustered. So, send us a comment. Give us a thumbs up, a like. Let her know that you are cheering her on as she competes for state. And along with the rest of the Altus Lady Bulldogs. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Ham, your Bulldog Athlete of the Week nominee. Congratulations on that honor, and we wish you and your team the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Any shout-outs?
Shout out to my mom because she just won admin of the week or something like that on Fire.
Okay, all right. Okay, so shout out to Mom for killing it and crushing it. Now we're looking for daughter to do the same. So again, man, listen, we've met with 2 Bulldog Athletes of the Week, Brody Rogers, now Stephanie Ham. We are going to meet live with our 3rd nominees, as it's going to be 3 seniors. Is that correct, Griffin? And that is going to be the cheerleading squad. That did they qualify for regionals, or how did they qualify for
the state?
So qualified for state. So excited to sit down and talk with them. It's going to be a yippee of a time, as they always bring the tons of energy. I thought I had a lot of energy, but man, when you sit to interview cheerleaders, boy, they have a lot of it as well. So we look forward to that. Again, thank you, Stephanie. Good luck and go crush it. Go Bulldogs. And hey, listen, we'll be right back after these messages. You're watching the Oklahoma Sports Network and the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, live here on OSN. Welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed. Listen, we've had a chance to talk with 2 of our Bulldog Athlete of the Week's nominees, and now we've got another team. And this is a team of 3 of our cheer squad members. I've got a Greer, I've got a Greg, and a Emerson. So these are Miss Greer, Miss Greg, Miss Emerson, and they have qualified for regionals, correct? What are you going to region? All state? Okay, I'm so confused. I was told by Griffin that you guys are going to state. You just said regionals. I don't know what's going on.
I thought you meant game day.
Okay, well, let's break it down. Let's break it down for the viewers and the millions of fans that are watching, because yes, we're very live. Yes, we're very live. Okay, everything I do is live. Okay, all right. So listen, how does this work? So you guys just competed for all state, correct?
Yeah.
All 3 of you.
Yeah.
And you guys are seniors, is that okay? All right. So just seniors compete for all state.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what you guys have done, you guys have now qualified for all state? Or
Yes.
Okay, all
We
right.
all
So
stay on Wednesday.
all state on tomorrow. Okay, so all state on Wednesday tomorrow, which is, this is how we do. So obviously we have traveled back in time. So when this airs tomorrow, I will let all our viewers know that Griffin and I traveled back in time to talk to you guys. So you guys will actually be competing, and we may even get results by the time our coaches show is on. So do you guys find out right away, or how's that work?
Within a few hours.
Oh, within a few
I
hours.
think they post it like on the door, and we go up and like look.
Okay. All right. So how do you guys feel?
I'm nervous.
I'm excited. I just got a new skill, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Hopefully, land it.
All right. So she's got a new skill. A little bit nervous. Never bad to be nervous, right? You know, the big man AJ Hughes throws up before every game. So I mean, that's just how it is, you know. What about you? You didn't say anything, Cherry.
I don't really care. I don't know. I'm just gonna go out there and just do it.
Okay,
Just perform. Whatever happens, happens.
All right. Well, whatever happens, happens. Okay. Well, man, we want to wish you guys good luck first and foremost, and also congratulate you for being nominated as a Bulldog Athlete of the Week. It's a big feat. We just don't go around and pick athletes all willy-nilly. And so Griffin and I, we sit down, we look at, we watch film, we talk to coaches, and so your guys' name will come up because you guys are doing such a great job. And I mean, you're qualifying for state. It's a big deal.
Yes.
It's a big deal because I mean, if you guys do make the state, if you guys do become all-state cheerleaders, then that's who's wanting to do this into college. You guys wanting to continue this?
No.
I am.
So just Miss Greg, she's pretty quick with it now. I don't care. Nope, don't want to do it.
Nope.
But okay. But and then we've got nervous Emerson over there. So she's just a little bit nervous. But I know you guys are going to do great. So what is your new stunt or trick, whatever you call it?
It's a standing 2 to a full. So basically, I don't run like a round off before like the full twist. I just do 2 back handsprings into a full twist.
Dang. I don't know what that means, but it sounds really complicated. All right. Well, that is what Miss Greg is going to be working for and hoping to get her to push her over the edge so that she can make that all-state selection and have that on her resume. So again, we want to congratulate you guys for being nominated. And then also, ladies and gentlemen, since they're not going to be here, they can't be present at the coaches show,
we just want to go ahead and announce this is perhaps, and I know I've said it before, but this is for real, the closest race we've had since we've been doing this. We're on week 7, right, Griffin? Week 7 of Bulldog Athlete of the Week nominees. And this one came down to one vote, guys.
Yeah.
One vote. Okay, there were over 100,200. It was a massive amount of voting. Okay, so you guys are popular. I mean, Brody brings a lot. Like, I mean, Friday the 13th brings a lot. Okay, yeah, that's his nickname.
That's funny.
And so, I mean, he brings a lot. And then, of course, we had a Lady Bulldog cross country athlete as well, Miss
Stephanie Ham.
Stephanie Ham. Yeah, I wanted to call her Miss Ham. I just want to make sure. Again, I'm good with names. She's the runner. And so, I mean, one vote, ladies. One vote.
That is insane.
And so it came down to that one vote that put you guys over the top. So you guys were nominated the Lady Bulldog Athletes of the Week. So congratulations to Miss Greer, little one, and that one. So as you guys are gonna have, I mean that's awesome, dude. Is this our first team? Our first
team and the first people to upset the football team.
Okay, look at that.
Nice.
All right, so first team to win, and the first the first set of athletes to upset the football. And hey, listen, Brody had a great night Friday night.
I did.
305 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he was hard to beat. So I mean, kudos to you guys. Congratulations to you guys. Good luck to you. Okay, here on Wednesday. But I can't let you go, because this is your first time on the Oklahoma Sports Network, right? All right, well, you know what's coming, right? You already know. You already know what's coming. She's been over there just eyeballing me, like telepathically trying to tell me, don't you ask me no questions.
It's like a celebrity.
But this is it. Yes, this is it, okay? Every time you're on the Oklahoma Sports Network, you got to answer my 3 questions, okay? We'll start with you first, Ms. Greer. Okay? All right, we know that you guys bleed Bulldog Blue, obviously.
Yes.
Altus Bulldog cheerleaders.
Yes.
That's all they do, okay? But who are you rooting for on Saturday?
Oh.
Or Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
Boomer, that's what's up. Okay, all right. Go-to meal, what do you got?
Ooh, that's hard. I would say probably my dad's steak.
Okay, steak.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's the question though. Like, I'm all about a good steak, but it only counts, Griffin, on how you cook it. How do you like your steak?
Medium rare.
That's what's up. Okay, she's got it. Okay. And then, of course, listen, this is why our millions of fans tune in to watch us, okay? All right? Everybody laughs. Y'all think we're playing, dude. We got millions of fans that follow us, all right? That's how we roll. We got that blue K, okay? All right? Oklahoma Sports Network don't play. Celebrity crush, you got it.
Ian Somerhalder.
Ian someone's holder.
Ian Somerhalder.
Okay, Ian Somerhalder.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if he follows. Griffin says he doesn't. Okay, so all right. Well, there you go, Miss Greer. She's a Boomer Sooner fan. Okay, she loves a good medium rare steak.
Yep.
What cut of steak are you?
Well, I don't know.
Ribeye?
Yeah,
T-bone?
ribeye.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then of course, Mr. Summerfield Holder. I don't know.
Somerhalder.
Summerhalder
Ian
is
Somerhalder.
okay. Is her celebrity crush. Now we're going to move on to Miss Gregg. All right. We know again, like Miss Greer, you're a Bulldog through and through.
Oh.
Okay. Who you rooting for on the weekends?
OU.
All right. Good. Answered that right. Okay. That's right. There you go. Okay. Go-to meal.
Chicken fried rice from Fortune Cookie.
Not bad.
I've been getting that for 10 years.
10.
Same thing.
She's only 12. Okay. I mean, in 12th grade. I'm just kidding. No. All right. So, okay. Boomer Sooner, chicken fried rice, right? Okay.
Yes.
From the cookie. All right. And then celebrity crush. You got.
Glenn Powell.
Everybody goes with the Glenn Powell.
Oh my God.
He is a follower. Okay. He is a follower. So hey, P-Dub. It's Greg right here. All right. Yeah. Y'all acting like we ain't.
He actually does?
Yes, man. Come on, dude. We only spent time with him when he was here in Oklahoma filming, so that's how we roll. Okay. All right. So again, Glenn Powell getting the Celebrity Crush nomination from Miss Greg. Okay, Miss Emerson, same questions. All right. Who you rooting for on the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, clean sweep. Let's just clean. That means that Griffin has to change his shirt from that Baylor shirt to that an OU shirt, right? All right. You guys are wild. All right. Go-to meal.
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. Homemade chicken Alfredo or chicken Alfredo from a specific spot?
Homemade.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, here's what matters. Celebrity crush you got.
Glenn Powell.
Two for Glenn Powell.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Hey, keep it up, and I'm gonna try to get him down here so he can just surprise us. No, y'all will embarrass me. They will embarrass me. Like Glenn won't come back. Yeah.
No, we
I don't want that.
not.
We don't want that. All right. He's already having to deal with some stuff where he walks into a room and girls just passing out. So he just keeps to himself. But hey. Glenn, you got two here. You got two Altus Lady Bulldog cheerleaders that are just so in love with you. So keep it up. Hey, listen, good luck to you ladies, all right?
Thank you.
I'm hoping the best for you. We're rooting you on here. And again, if the football boys don't tell you, if the basketball boys don't tell you, if our basketball girls, anybody that you're rooting and cheer for while you're doing your thing as a cheerleader, we want to thank you because you guys bring the energy, you guys bring it all. And man, without you guys, it could just be boring, right, AJ?
Yep. Right.
Yeah. All right. So again, good luck to you. Congratulations, Bulldog athletes of the week here, week 7. Hey, listen, it's been fun. We're gonna go back. You're gonna see. You know what, Griffin? I'm gonna let you close out the show this Wednesday. All right. Okay, we're gonna have a camera on you.
Okay.
Just don't wear that ugly sweatshirt. All right. Hey, this has been the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Go, 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 go. Everybody, get the first down. Go, 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 go. Everybody, go.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Strong Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
pride in supporting our communities. We take pride in our deep-rooted traditions of serving Southwest Oklahoma. But mostly, we take pride in being an Altus Bulldog. You can always count on us to show up wearing our blue and white loud and proud and ready to lend a hand. Because at Cattlemen's Bank, we proudly say, Go Bulldogs!
We want to keep you moving. Broken bones aren't all we take care of. The JCMH Orthopedic Clinic specializes in sports injuries and total joint replacements. We give steroid injections and do arthritis treatments. We have the best doctors and staff who care at the JCMH Orthopedic Clinic. Dr. Jeff Duncan and Dr. Greg Pickett. Physician assistants Mandy Caldwell and J.R. Ramirez. Youth and adults, for sports or for your lifestyle. We'll keep you moving.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.